Well, hey, my friend, have you seen all of those peel and stick wallpaper videos all over YouTube? I couldn't wait to get my hands on some of these from the Dollar Tree to create 4 different super unique, I hope you've never seen before, DIY projects. I can't wait to hear which one of your favorites.
Starting with DIY number 1, we are going to cover this rolling pin with the butterfly peel and stick wallpaper from Dollar Tree. I started out just kind of rolling it over to see how much of the peel and stick wallpaper we would need. And then I ended up using a ruler to get a little more exact, as well as to have a wonderful straight edge. Now, when you're doing this project, I actually highly recommend grabbing yourself a self-healing mat and one of those amazing rotary cutters. I didn't happen to have mine with me, but here it is here. I absolutely love this because it is something that you can press down, be confident you are going to not ruin your workspace. And I am moving, so I don't have mine out and about with me to be able to use, but I highly recommend you grab one of those if you don't already have one. Then you're going to, once you have it cut to size, you're going to peel off the backing and just simply roll it over, making sure that you don't leave any bubbles. You want to keep a clean, smooth surface, and that's it. I mean, it is so stinking simple. Think of all the people you could gift these to and all the combinations of peel and stick wallpaper you could use. So, of course, I wanted to jazz it up a little with one of my very popular messy bows. And so I just took some scrap fabric and some coordinating colors I felt like matched the peel and stick wallpaper pretty well. Also, you could use any combination, any fabric. You could skip this all together. But if you want my entire slowed down tutorial of how to make these, I will link it in the description below. They are super simple and a great way to relieve stress after the holidays because you are literally ripping the fabric. So once you have all of your fabric ripped into strips, and the sizes don't really matter. It's up to you how big you want your bow. And so I'm just kind of taking some of the threads off of the scrap strips that I have here. And then I'm just kind of haphazardly piling them on top of one another here. That is what makes it so beautiful. You do not have to be good at bow making. You can just put these together however you desire. And you're not going to be able to mess up. It's a messy bow, but you can't mess it up. I absolutely love it. Now, this, again, is totally optional. Once you have it together, you're going to slide that zip tie underneath. I just use a little coordinating zip tie. I also got that from Dollar Tree. And just cinch it together. Once you have it cinched together, you can flip it over, tighten the zip tie, and then you're going to create like a little bouquet in your hands. And that is what you're going to use to trim your messy bow. This is where it gets really messy. If the first part wasn't messy enough, this is pretty darn messy. You're just going to trim it down to the size that you want till all the edges are even. Once you have that, you're going to toss all the extra little frays and pieces down into your mess, clean up your mess, and then decide how you want to attach this to your rolling pin. Mine had a perfect little hole at the top. You could do this around one edge of that rolling part, the arm, but I'm just zip tying it here to the top just to make it kind of a little fun gift. This is how the rolling pin covered with the peel and stick wallpaper turned out. I think all of the designs that they have at the Dollar Tree would look good on this, but I particularly liked this spring one with the messy bow attached to it. What do you think? Let me know all of your comments in the comment section below. I always appreciate it. So for number 2, we are going to shop around. All the Dollar Trees usually have these really plain and simple gift bags. I'm going to grab some of the brown ones, and we are going to cover it with that same leftover piece of peel and stick wallpaper. So for DIY number 2, we are going to cover this really plain paper bag and turn it into a really cute gift bag. Again, I am using that ruler as a straight edge, and I did it for the side and the bottom of the bag equally. And then that's all there is to it. You're going to peel this off and create a really cute gift bag. Now, if I would have gotten white, like if I would have planned it better, I would have gotten white, but I just want to show you how you can take a plain and drab brown gift bag and turn it into something a little more fabulous, something that shows that you thought about someone. As you open it, you can kind of see how the sides are still great and perfect, and the front just has that cute little pop of design. I added a white satin bow, super simple, with some white tissue paper. It is ready for a gift for a friend, a neighbor, anyone really. Now for DIY number 3, we're going to use the rest of these scrap pieces of that exact same peel and stick wallpaper to cover these hand warmers. So mine are black and white, but they also come in a variety of styles. I am linking them all here. These are super fun. You can find them on Amazon. Just scan the QR code and go straight to them. Once you have those, you are going to create a template. I just used some tissue paper, and I'll show you why I used the tissue paper. It's so you can see through it. So I laid it over all of the butterflies to decide which butterfly I wanted to put on my hand warmer. And once I decided, I taped it down and then I just cut it out. I cut these circles out to fit the hand warmers. Now, in all truthfulness, I did not end up liking my cutting skills for this. It was a little wonky, and you'll see as I apply them to the hand warmers, they're not exactly full coverage, but I still think they were a little bit cuter than when they started. If I was going to do this project again for these hand warmers and I didn't buy the ones that already had the flowers on them, I would definitely probably cut out the butterflies and just place them individually on there versus trying to put the entire sticker over it. You can kind of see my little sticker job there, but they're perfect for the winter, and I love putting them in my pockets or my purse when we go shopping. All right, so for that last piece of scrap wallpaper, we are going to use this craft stick or popsicle stick to create a bookmark. So I didn't want any of it to go to waste. So I was like, how many of these little bookmarks can we get out of this last bit of the peel and stick wallpaper? It's super fun to make these, super easy. You're just going to trace out the size, stick it on there, and then use like a crocodile or one of those little hole punch gadgets to make your hole in the top of the craft stick. Then I'm just using some baker's twine that coordinates. This one happens to be kind of purple and white. I am making a very super simple tassel to add to the very top of this bookmark, and then we're going to trim it to fit, and that is it. This is it in a book. It works really, really well, super functional, super practical. And my friend, I hope you enjoyed this. I wish you lived next door. I really do. We could make all of these together. Let me know in the comments which one was your favorite. Thank you as always for watching, and I hope that you will subscribe and watch the next video.